Hey guys, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Grocery Wars 2.0 episode, and this week's episode we're going to be reviewing Shipt. So if you're new to my channel or you're new to this series, Grocery Wars 2.0 is a spin-off from my original series that I did called Grocery Wars. And if you're not familiar with that, I'll leave a link for that up in the eye. Basically, I went to all the grocery stores in the Houston area, well, like a lot of them, like 6 of them or 7 of them. And I shopped from a particular list and compared prices and told you who was the cheapest. In Grocery Wars 2.0, I'm actually reviewing the delivery and pickup grocery services that are now available. So far, this is my 3rd episode. I've reviewed Burpee, Walmart pickup, and this week's episode is Shipt. So if you've never heard of Shipt, it is a app-based delivery grocery service, and I believe I first heard about it maybe through YouTubers that I subscribe to. I'm not 100% positive. I have also heard about it from friends, and I've seen advertisements and stuff by this point now. So, and even at one point I was contemplating applying to work for Shipt because I don't particularly mind going grocery shopping, so I thought it might be something that I would enjoy doing. So before I went to Nashville, I tried Shipt. It is a delivery service. It is an app-based service, so it is something that you download onto your phone. In my area, they shop at H-E-B. I'm not sure if that's different in other areas, but in the Houston area, it is H-E-B. So this is the app right here. You do, like I said, have to download it onto your phone and create an account. But once you have an account, you can see right here, H-E-B is where it shops. Let me get my camera back. And it just tells you, like, right here when you first log in what the next available delivery time slot is. So it is same day delivery. And it seems like right now it is 2 o'clock and the next delivery is between 4 and 5. So I think that's pretty fast service. As far as the app itself, I didn't have any issues downloading it or using it. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's a sell section as well as like previous items purchased, so you can see things that you've bought before. And it's pretty easy to add them to your cart and add additional product as well. As far as the shopping in the app, it seems like the pricing is pretty comparable to like actual in-store pricing, and there was no charge for delivery or like an access fee or anything like that, except there was a monthly, or there is, I should say, a monthly subscription cost for using Shipt. You can pay annually or you can pay by the month, and I believe it's $14.99 per month. Now, there is a code that you can use to get $10 off your first order. So, not your monthly fee. You still have to pay the $14.99 a month. I think you get a 2-week free trial. And then after that, it's $14.99 a month. You do have to have a debit or credit card to sign up. And then after your 2-week trial period, it automatically renews for either the monthly price or the annual price, depending on how you're signing up. So depending on like your opinions, having a monthly fee might be considered a con. I do feel like with so many services out there that don't charge a monthly fee, it does seem like it could be a negative for Shipt, but I've heard so many people using the services, it seems like it hasn't really made a difference in their popularity. Another thing that I thought was kind of a con was selection. Like, for example, I put instant oatmeal. Like, I wanted instant oatmeal to purchase. And it was only giving me, like, Quaker Oats, like the name brand, or the H-E-B organic, which was higher. So they were only giving me, like, the higher end choices for my items. And it's like, I know that H-E-B sells an H-E-B version of instant oatmeal. So I was able just to leave a notation on there. I selected the Quaker Oat, and then I just put a notation to my shopper that I would prefer the H-E-B brand if it's available, and she followed those guidelines. The communication between you and your personal shopper is really great, at least so far. I've used it twice now, and both times the shopper texted me before they started shopping. They texted me during their shopping trip in case there was any questions they had. If something wasn't available, was it okay to buy this, or should they replace it with this? And when you're checking out, you can actually select whether you want them to text you for replacements. or you can just let them choose replacements on their own or just skip the item. So those are options for you in the system or in the app whenever you're checking out. I prefer for them to contact me because I don't want them to just assume that I want, like for milk, for example. Yesterday, the milk that I wanted a half gallon of 1% milk, and that wasn't available. So she texted me to ask me if I wanted a different kind of half gallon milk or if I wanted the 1% in a full gallon. And so I prefer that versus her making the option, like her choosing what she thinks I might want, or versus just not getting me milk at all. They also text you at the end of their shopping trip to see if there's anything else that you need before they leave. And that's another thing. You can make changes to your list up until the point where until they start shopping. So yesterday there were 2 items that I remembered after I already submitted my order. I just added those 2 on there, saved the order again, and it was on the list whenever she started shopping. And my last con, I guess, and I don't know if this is necessarily a problem with maybe my app preferences, but I didn't receive any notification to go back into my Shipt account after my order is delivered. So the very first time that I used it, I spoke to the gentleman. I asked him if I could tip him through the app. He said yes. Once he marked it as delivered, I should get a notification where I can go and add a tip if I would like. And so, you know, I was waiting for the notification. I honestly never received it, or I somehow missed it. I don't know. But it only allows you to tip for 24 hours. And so after I finally remembered and went to go log into my Shipt account, like just to look at it, because I was like, why hasn't it asked me if I want to tip this guy? It was too late. I couldn't tip him. So I felt really bad because he didn't get a tip. But this time, the second time, I went in there as soon as she left and had marked it as shipped or as delivered. I went in there and gave her a 5-star review, and there's places in there, so yeah, you can rate them 1 through 5 stars, and you can mark like poor communication, great communication. There's different options you can check, and you can leave a tip if you would like. So that's my review for Shipt. Overall, I think it's a thumbs up for me. There are a few areas that I think are negatives or cons, but I like the service too much to let the negatives impact my overall review of the service. I will have a link down below where if you would like to check out Shipt, you can get $10 off your first order and a 2-week trial, I believe. And yes, that does give me, I believe, $10 off my monthly, like $10 for you, $10 for me, as I think how it works. I hope you're enjoying this series of Grocery Wars 2.0. If you have a service that you would like for me to try out, leave a comment down below and let me know, and I can see what I can do. Subscribe so you don't miss any of these episodes. Click that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.